Olha, umas cabeças. Umas cabeças, mano. Umas cabeças. E eu ficaria meio preocupada. Cabecinhas. O que são essas
This
cabecinhas?
appears to be the head of an Eskimo. You wonder if they really do use every part of a seal.
É uma pintura?
This is the life mask exhibit. You haven't seen this many dead-looking expressionless faces since your accounting class at the university.
Ah, são máscaras.
This is the life mask exhibit. The head looks like that of a North American Plains Indian. You've read many exciting stories about the American Indian.
Ok. E esse mano que tá no meio da água?
This
Tô
is the
vendo.
life mask exhibit. The South American head has strong, regular features.
Ok.
This is the life mask.
Não sei de onde ela tirou isso, mas tá falando?
This head is from the Cape region of Africa. This head is from the Mozambique area of Africa. How exotic.
Eu acho que são máscaras, né? Isso é meio bizarro.
This head is from India. You close your eyes, smelling the incense, hearing the temple bells.
Nossa. Esse rosto aqui tá meio estranho.
This is the life. The plaque says that this is the missing link. Well, he's hardly missing if he's right here on the wall.
Missing link?
The
Não
plaque
entendi.
said
Não entendi a referência.
this is the life.
Se tinha
It's
alguma.
the head of a Cro-Magnon man. My, how people have changed. It's the head of a Ramapithecus man. It's the head of an Australopithecus man. Poor little fellow. The plaque says there were animal tooth marks in his skull.
Ah, não, são cabeças reais.
The head is from Mongolia. You've heard that the Mongols would have taken over the world if their ponies' legs hadn't been so short.
Olha. Olha o preconceito aqui.
This is the life mask.
Esse jogo não poderia falar um negócio desse, mas...
Looks can be deceiving.
Também acho. O que é isso aqui? Parece uma marcação aqui no chão. Parece... Eu achava que era um campo de basquete. O que é isso aqui? Um quadro de basquete.
Look.
Também concordo. Nossa, que medo desse. Isso aqui tá estranho também.
This is
Tá estranho? Essas daqui tão estranhas. Não sei, cara. Se eu olhar perto...
what fine craftsman. Seems to be covered with a paint-like substance. Probably paint. Appears to have been applied quite some time
Talvez
ago.
seja tinta. É meio preocupante.
What fine. Seems to be... What fine.
É, bom, enfim, não dá pra saber. Eu acho que é, né, criado só. Tá, deixa eu ver. Aqui dá pra vir pra cá, ó. Ah, leva no mesmo lugar, tá bom. Opa! Deu um foco doido. Interessante. Interessante o foco. Ele te coloca num quadro.
Chelsea's armor circa 1400. This specimen is unique since surviving examples of 14th century armor are quite rare. It seems to be guarding the door.
De fato.
Maximilian armor from Germany, circa 1514. Very impressive.
Muito.
The armor of Anne de Montmorency, Constable of France, worn at the Battle of San Quentin in 1577. At 50 pounds it was comparatively light. This was necessary since its occupant was
Sim,
64
é o
years
cara
old.
velho, né? Dá pra ver?
The helmet bears the monogram of the Constable of France, Anne de Montmorency.
Ver com
The
mais
armor
detalhe.
bears the mark of Susenhofer, armorer to the court of Emperor Maximilian. The Chelsea's armor has a mirror-like finish. Someone took good care of it.
Alguém gosta dessa armadura. E se eu tocar nela?
Don't touch it. Don't touch.
Ok, vamos na porta então.
The door is locked. When you touch the doorknob, you get a heavy coating of dust all over the palm of your hand.
Uma porta que ninguém muito usa. Ok. Pra cá então. Tem uma múmia. O lugar que aquela mulher gosta de ficar.
The mummified corpse of Amenophis III, also known as Amenhotep III or Memnon by the Greeks. He built large temples to Amon-Ra, both at Karnak and at Luxor. In the 5th year of his reign, Amenophis marched into Nubia to quell a mighty rebellion. He also ruled over the Mesopotamians, since his kingdom was quite large. We also know that Amenophis was a mighty hunter who slew 102 lions during the first 10 years of his reign in his spare time. Now he's dead.
Ou seja, serviu pra nada ficar matando leão, né? Só pra extinguir a espécie.
It looks remarkably like a glass case in the shape of a pyramid. A small card informs you that this case contained the famous Dagger of Amon-Ra, which is now missing.
É aqui que roubou. Aqui é a cena do crime.
It looks remarkably like a glass case in the shape of a pyramid.
Tá.
This pyramid
Já vamos
is
dar
a
uma olhada
model of the
melhor.
Great Pyramid of Cheops, Khufu, as it appears today. Originally, the entire surface of the pyramid was covered with smooth, polished limestone. This covering has worn away over time to reveal the stepped surface we see now. The base of the Great Pyramid covers 13 acres and was built with over 2 million stones to a height of 480 feet. Construction took 30 to 50 years. This is a granite stele depicting Horus and Thoth, found in the Temple of Amon-Ra. This stele was modified during the reign of the pharaoh Akhenaten, then restored during the reign of Tutankhamun. A sturdy window that looks out on the city of New York. A sepulchral stele found in a tomb of the 6th dynasty. It tells the story of Una, born during the reign of King Tita, who served under Tita's successor Pepi. Una died during the reign of King Morena, full of days and honor. Don't touch it.
Se eu tocar múmia.
You touch the glass case, leaving a smudged fingerprint.
Agora eles vão... Ixi, agora eu me coloquei na cena do crime. Eles vão pegar os... Ixi, eles vão coletar as digitais e vão me achar... Limpa esse negócio, pelo amor de Deus. Ah, já era. Agora já foi.
Take that.
Agora já era, gente. Vamos dar uma olhada melhor nisso aqui.
Although there are a few scratches on the glass case, there are no signs of forced entry into the display. There aren't even any fingerprints.
Nah.
You closely examine the glass case, revealing the scratches caused by a few clumsy tourists, but nothing else of interest.
É estranho mesmo. Então, alguém que abriu isso aqui provavelmente abriu de forma suave, né?
A close look at the pyramid shows you the grainy texture of limestone, which you find highly educational.
Então, realmente eu coloquei aqui o vidro que guardava a Dagger. Porque eu tô falando até agora Dagger, né, gente? Porque eu não sei. A Dagger não foi quebrado nem nada. Está intacto. Então, realmente, eu acho que quem abriu o negócio era alguém que conhecia o museu, né? Pelo menos, sei lá, tinha acesso a esse vidro aqui. Talvez tinha chave para abrir e soube limpar bem.
The winged disc is too high.
Ah, dá pra ver coisa aqui? Peraí.
This is the Uruwach T, a winged solar disk with 2 uraei. the goddess Nekhebit on the right and Buto on the left. According to one myth, Horus assumed the form of the solar disk to protect himself from the evil god Set.
Eles fizeram muita pesquisa pra fazer esses jogos, dá pra ver, né?
The granite is cracked.
Uhum.
The granite is...
Agora é estranho que o texto desse daqui tá aqui, né?
At close range, you see large words on...
Não que eu acho que seja relevante, mas aqui é estranho só. Só dá pra vir pra cá? Ó, tem um negócio aqui, ó.
Ironically, there's a gold Ankh medallion, the ancient Egyptian symbol of life, resting in the pool of blood.
Sangue. Shang. Ixi. Tô achando que tem alguém morto aqui dentro.
You're in the ancient Egypt exhibit.
Tá, vamos ver as coisas antes de
This
qualquer
plaque
coisa.
describes the full translated text on the Rosetta Stone, which still resides in the British Museum. In summary, the text records the decree made at Canopus by the priesthood in honor of the pharaoh Ptolemy III, Euergetes I, who reigned from 247 to 222 BC. The decree discusses the great benefits which the pharaoh had conferred on Egypt and states what festivals are to be celebrated in his honor, concluding with orders that a copy of the decree in hieroglyphics, Demotic and Greek shall be placed in every large temple in Egypt.
Olha só, os caras eram linguistas ainda, eles queriam que todo mundo
fosse. A model of the stepped pyramid of Saqqara, believed to be the oldest Egyptian pyramid. Construction of this pyramid was decreed by the pharaoh Zoser of the 3rd dynasty and built by the architect Imhotep, who is probably the most important builder in Egyptian history. Originally, the structure was a simple mastaba of coarse rubble, cased with white limestone above a square pit, but was later heightened into a stepped pyramid with 6 levels. The stepped pyramid of Gofhotep, built during the 4th dynasty and located near Okerstia, the ancient Egyptian capital on the Nile River. Known for his strange ideas, the pharaoh Gofhotep had this pyramid built in such a way that it was honeycombed with rooms that could be rented out to travelers, thereby paying for the awesome costs of its construction. Popular as a resort destination, the Gofhotep Pyramid Hotel was renowned for its revitalizing qualities. The hotel's public relations department promoted the energizing powers of the pyramid shape, emphasizing the way cosmic forces were channeled through every room in the hotel. An ancient hotel brochure, printed on a sturdy piece of papyrus, declares that an overnight stay at the Gofhotep Pyramid can bring the dead back to life, which helps to explain the numerous mummies found in the pyramid by modern archaeologists. While the Gofhotep Pyramid Hotel was an interesting experiment, it never recouped the massive costs of its construction. While it was moderately popular among the tourist trade, sophisticated travelers preferred rooms with windows, which the Gofhotep did not have.
Deve ser bem quente também, sei lá, ficar dentro num lugar desse.
A minor column from the temple of Amon Ra, one of the few not decorated in gold. A mummy coffin built during the 19th dynasty. Inside and outside, both coffin and cover are decorated with large figures of gods, vignettes and inscriptions from the Book of the Dead, as well as emblems and decorations painted in bright colors. An outer mummy coffin, whose cartouches identify the occupant as Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, daughter of Thothmes I. The inner coffin is located to the right of this one. This is a magnified piece of the... A close look reveals the initials PS inscribed in the back of the bloody Ankh.
PS.
You pick it up and place it in your purse.
PS.
Apparently the shoe's owner stepped in some of the blood. It apparently belongs to a dainty foot.
Dainty. Esse. Pera lá. Pippin Carter não é. Tá, dainty é frágil, delicado. Deve ser o salto. Tá. Parece sapato de mulher, né? Eu acho que tem alguém aqui dentro. Então, vamos dar uma olhada primeiro.
An inner mummy coffin which was contained in the exterior mummy coffin to the left. Identified from the cartouches on both coffins, the occupant was probably Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh, daughter of Thothmes I. Hatshepsut built the magnificent tomb temple at Deir el-Bahri and ruled for 20 years with her lover Senmut. At her death, Hatshepsut's successor tried to erase all memory of her by destroying her statues and obliterating her name from her various monuments.
Vamos ver. Vamos descobrir. Vixe. 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 Nossa, o manto azul. Ah! Iria se encontrar com a Ivete, né?
Pippin has a glazed expression in his right eye, staring off into eternity. At least he faced his death with his eyes open.
Não é muito bom, né? Morrer com o olho aberto direito.
A red fluid appears to be leaking out of Dr. Carter's chest wound.
Tá, o Pippin então é Pippin mesmo. O Pippin... Mas é Pippin Carter o nome dele, não? Pippin com S. Pippin morreu esfaqueado no coração com a Dagger. Iria se encontrar com a Ivete, lembramos disso, né? E foi guardado no sarcófago. Tá.
A red fluid appears to be... Pippin has a flower in his lapel, but it looks quite innocent.
Cara tá azul.
Pippin's shirt is immaculate, except for a few streaks of blood. His tie is partially undone, which is something that
Eu acho que ele não ficaria azul assim tão rápido, mas tudo bem.
There's a slight bulge in Pippin's jacket, as if he's carrying something in an inside pocket. Pippin's pants are neatly pressed, but there are streaks of blood and a damp stain. Dr. Carter seems to have suffered a severe trauma to his chest area.
Parece não, com certeza. Né?
Dr. Carter...
Eu achei que ela ia falar da Dagger, que parece ser ou é a Dagger original ou é aquelas farsas, né? Vamos ver melhor.
There are no signs of scratches or bruises on his flesh. This could mean that the murderer, assuming this wasn't a suicide, knew Dr. Carter well enough to get close and stab him without arousing any suspicion. Or it could just mean that Dr. Carter was completely taken by surprise when someone assaulted him from the shadows.
Possivelmente morreu na surpresa. Mas dificilmente suicídio. Se esfaquear no coração não é uma coisa muito fácil de se fazer.
A close look reveals that Pippin kept his ears very clean.
Muito bom.
Although there are a couple of breadcrumbs caught in his mustache, they don't seem to be significant as evidence, particularly since you saw him eating bread at the party. His hair is a bit greasy, as if he hasn't washed it today. It has a slight smell of cigarette smoke, which is probably from the party. His right eye is somewhat bloodshot, as if he's been working long hours recently in preparing the ancient Egypt exhibit for public display. The pupil is very small, which is either a reaction to bright light or to a sudden shock of some
Tá,
kind.
ele pelo visto foi morto de surpresa. Pelo visto. As minhas anotações aqui, né?
There are no signs of
Tá, não teve luta, então.
There is a wide cut in the shirt fabric where the dagger sliced through to Pippin's chest. The cut is slightly wider than the width of the blade, as if it moved to one side after it penetrated his body. The flower is fake. It has no detectable smell. A tube runs from the back of the flower, behind the lapel, down to a squeeze bulb inside the vest. When you squeeze the bulb,
Nossa.
a weak stream of water
Ele
squirts you
tem
in the eye.
uma florzinha de zoeira, uma florzinha trolladora, não é muito perfil dele, né?
There is a wide...
Você imaginaria algo
There is
assim.
There is...
Eu tô tentando ver a gravata dele aqui, não dá
The
pra ver.
jacket is free of blood, but there is a bluish stain on one lapel. A close look and sniff at the stain makes you think that it's grape juice. The
Suco
bulge on
de...
one side is ruining the carefully tailored lines of the tuxedo.
Suco de uva.
The jacket is free. The bulge...
Na jaqueta. Na jaqueta, né? Bom, pode ser o suco de uva da festa, ou... não sei. Não sei se é uma pista.
Studying from the smell of the damp stain, it appears that Dr. Carter was quite surprised by the stabbing.
Por que? Se ele tiver surpresa de cheirar
From the
mais
smell of the
forte?
a close look at the dagger reveals the words
Ah, é uma
"Made in
falsificação.
Pittsburgh" stamped on the part of the blade that is not buried in Pippin Carter's chest. To your naked eye, the rough surface of the dagger handle doesn't appear to hold any fingerprints, but that's something for the coroner to examine in detail.
É melhor nem tocar no negócio. Eu acho que não tem mais nada pra ver, então
When you
investigar
reach
aqui.
into Pippin's tuxedo jacket, you find a notepad in his inner pocket. You pick it up and place it in your purse. A notepad made of good quality paper. There's an imprint on the paper from the previous message written on the pad,
Ah,
but it's
precisa de
too faint
de
to read.
lápis pra passar por cima pra ler. Tá. Já sabemos que a gente tem que achar um lápis. Tá, acho que eu já vi tudo. Tem alguma coisa aqui pra ver?
Upon close inspection, you see nothing new.
Não. Agora que eu infestei ele com as minhas digitais, eu acho que a gente tá de boas pra sair e ser presa pelo assassinato dele. A gente só se colocou como principal suspeito, mas não tem problema não. Eu acho que não tem mais nada pra fazer aqui.
A close look at the dagger. To your naked...
Não é a original não, é uma falsa, uma forgery. Mas eu acho que esse medalhão aí, o P, que tá escrito PS, não é dele, eu acho. Porque o sobrenome dele não começa com S, começa com C. Pippin Carter. Então eu acho que não é dele. Eu acho que pode ser do Dr. Smith. Smith. Bem, muito bem. Acho que não tem mais nada pra gente ver aqui, acho eu.
Pippin's shirt is immaculate. By removing the notepad from Pippin's pocket, you have improved the appearance of his tuxedo jacket. If he was still alive, he'd certainly thank you.
Totalmente, ele ia me agradecer muito. Bom. Ixi. E agora a gente é preso. Ai. Por mexer com evidência. E aí?
You scream like a banshee, lass. Did you kill the man then?
No, I just walked in here and found him.
I suppose that would explain your screaming then. Did you see the murderer?
O cara tá super suave.
No.
All right, I'll talk to you later after you've had a chance to calm down. Just don't try to leave the building.
E o Dr. Smith é um bom suspeito, porque ele falou que o Pippin ia morrer, né? É um bom suspeito. Ato 3. Estamos indo já no ato 3, que é o quê? Não sei traduzir isso.
You're doing a
Na
fine
borda.
job, Laura.
Ai, que obrigada, agradecida.
Having
Agora.
already interrogated the guests, Detective O'Reilly is now discussing the murder with the staff members as they leave the party. It would be best if you don't interfere.
Ok. É uma cutscene. Quer dizer, é uma cutscene ainda. E agora? Ainda não acabou. Quem que é esse? Ixi.
Hi, Miss Bow. I'm Ernie Leach. Dr. Carrington told me you could stay a while and talk to the staff. I've got to lock the doors, so just come and find me when you're ready to leave. Dr. C also has a key, but you don't want to bother him about that.
Thank you, Mr. Leach.
Just be careful where you go. Wolf will get upset if he finds you downstairs. See you later.
Did you manage to learn anything from your interviews, Detective O'Reilly?
Don't bother your little head about it, lass.
It's my job, sir.
This is an official murder investigation, Miss Bow. Do not be interfering.
Oh, I don't mean to interfere. I just want to know what's going on. Any leads so far?
Dr. Carter died as the result of someone sticking a gift shop dagger in his chest. What more do you need to know?
Well, for one thing, who did it?
Someone who didn't like him, that's my guess.
Bem, isso com
Brilliant
certeza.
If you think that you can do better.
I can try.
Oh, wunderbar. Now we've got the amateurs involved.
I may not be a detective, but I'm terribly clever. I've solved murders before.
The
Just
Colonel's
stay out of me way,
Bequest.
lass, and don't destroy the evidence.
Como eu já
Certainly
fiz
not.
várias vezes, destruir evidência, botando meu dedo em tudo. Ok, voltamos ao jogo, então vamos salvar aqui. Pippin. É Pippin, né? O nome dele? Foi-se. O Pippin foi-se. Pobre Pippin. Vamos investigar então aqui a lojinha.
This door is locked.
Fecharam a lojinha. Bem, deviam estar investigando a lojinha. Em primeira instância, assim. Mas a principal suspeita, nesse caso, quer dizer, os dois principais suspeitos é o Dr. Smith, né, por razões óbvias, e a Yvette, por razões óbvias também, porque ela pisou no sangue. Eu acho que foi ela, porque a outra mulher que tem na história, que é a doutora Miklos, eu não acho que ela... Não sei se ela estava usando salto, mas eu acho meio difícil de ser ela. Só acho.